Football, more than a game. When you hear the word football, what do you think of? Some people may think of Friday Night Lights, NFL, and just a game of getting hit and hitting hard. And it really is. Although many try to play the game, but only a few succeed into getting drafted and playing for money. Yes, the fame, glory, and the success is the place where many players want to be, but there's a deeper meaning than just the success. I started playing football since first grade in Pee Wee. For me then, it was a game that I liked. A game that caught my attention. But as I got older, the game became a way of life. There are ups and downs in life, like there are wins and losses in football. The game teaches every single person at least one thing. For me, it taught me to be like a family and to always remain strong no matter what lies ahead of you. It could be a guy double your size, or it could be losing a friend. It's more than a game because it changed my life. Since first grade, I played on the team known as the Sharks. We had a good team every year in the past, and we always made it to the playoffs. But that 6th grade year was a special year for the Sharks because we had become a great team. That year we went undefeated, and we were the closest group of guys. We made it to the playoffs, but sadly we didn't end up going to the Turkey Bowl. My family and I went to Disneyland for Thanksgiving weekend. On the following Tuesday, it started as a normal school day, as every class roared with loudness and the hallways were overfilling with students. I felt like a fish lost in the ocean. As I made my way to 4th period English, there was an eerie silence throughout the hall. The weirdest thing occurred inside my 4th period class, when they're usually very loud. I sat down and everyone was dead silent. Not a word was said. As class started, I asked Miss James, "What I missed yesterday?" She looked at me with bewilderment. "You don't know what happened, do you?" I felt everyone's eyes were trained on me. I felt like a prize car being observed at an auction. "No, ma'am," I stated questioningly. "What happened?" She looked down with disappointment on her face. "Your friend passed away during Thanksgiving," Miss James said sadly. "I am very, very sorry. I understand how bad it feels, but you can go talk to the counselors if you need them." "No, thank you," I managed to say without my voice cracking. My eyes were beginning to redden and become very watery. My breathing became choppy too. The room felt like it had shrunken and all that was left was me. I wanted the world to open up and swallow me. As I took the deep breath, I felt that the tension of the whole classroom had shifted again. But not towards whatever Miss James was teaching, but towards what I was going to do. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry so bad, but I had to hold it in. I had to contain myself with strength to not cry, not only for myself but for him. The next couple of days were very gloomy for me, because every time I saw football, it reminded me of him. A couple of days later, his funeral took place. That day, the sun didn't shine as bright and the clouds were darker than usual. It was as though the planet was going to miss him too. As we made our way to the church, I thought of what would happen if I had passed away. Arriving to the church, I concluded that it would kill my family and anyone else who cared about me. During his mass and viewing, I cried. I cried because this would be the last time I would ever see him. I thought to myself during this, why did he have to go? Standing there before him made me think he could have made it far in life. It saddens me that a person like him had to go. I looked all around me, saw all his friends, cousins, aunts and uncles, and family members, but none of them cried and mourned like his mom did. His mom was wailing, screaming, tears pouring down her face. Seeing her cry and mourn for her son made me think that I don't want to make my mom go through that much pain. As the mass ended, it felt like the whole world was quiet. We got outside and the clouds had covered the sky, making it seem as though it were to rain like the tears going down the side of my cheek. As we made our procession to his final resting place, I thought of all the times I had seen him with a smile on his face. As I stared out the window towards the gloomy, sad sky, I thought to myself, he will be missed. I thought of all the times we played alongside each other, all the fun times we shared, and I will hold and cherish them as long as I live. Once we got to his grave, all the teammates gathered around and laid a white rose on his coffin. It was very peaceful out there, among the other graves, almost as though everything was at peace for at least that moment. All my teammates gathered around his coffin and interlocked their hands together on top of it. And the team leader yelled, "Everyone, it's one team, a swarm family, sharks on three. 1, 2, 3, sharks!" Everyone yelled in unison. That moment felt like we were one family. It felt like he was there, on top of us, looking down. We came together as one family and said goodbye to not only a teammate, but also a family member. Throughout all that, we had each other's back no matter what. We will be there for anyone in time of need. We are still strong for him and always will be. Football helped me become who I am by making me strong and to always be there for when your family needs you. It helped me to have an extended family and make each and every one of us stronger. No matter what, we have to be strong, not only for ourselves, but for others. That year, football changed my life.